Hello, my dear students. Yesterday, we take up the first chapter of English grammar, that is the sentence. And the sentence is, I think, that quite clear in our mind. And we know very well that how many kinds of sentences are there. That is the four kinds of sentences as you have studied, as you studied yesterday. And now we just shift over to the second chapter, subject and predicate. Subject and predicate. We shift over to the subject and predicate. So we must know what is subject and what is predicate. We know that at the time of forming any sentence or making any sentence, two things are required. Two things are needed. What are those two things? The first thing is the subject, and the second thing is the predicate. So, how do we find out subject and how do we find out the predicate? You know that the first part, we know very well that when we make a sentence, we name some person or thing and say something about that person or thing. We name some person or thing and say something about that person or thing, right? In other words, we must have a subject to speak about, and we must say or predicate something about that subject. Hence, every sentence has two parts. Yes, every sentence has two parts. The part which names the person. First part is the part which names the person. Names the person. And the part about which something is said or predicated. About which something is said or predicated. So if we question the subject, that is the main verb or the principal verb, and we question by with using or by using who. For example, he runs on the road. He runs on the road. This is the sentence. What kind of sentence is this? This is the declarative sentence, or it is an assertive sentence. So he runs on the road. Now runs. There is a verb, principal verb runs. And if you question it by using who runs, you will find the subject he. Right? If you say who runs, the subject is clear, he runs. So here the subject will be he, or he will be the subject, and runs is the principal verb. On the road, so when we separate subject he from the rest of the part of the sentence, that is runs on the road, then the remaining part will be, you know that it will be predicate. What will it be? Predicate. It will be predicate. So the part which names the person or thing we are speaking about is called the subject of the sentence, and the part which tells something about the subject is called the predicate of the sentence. Are you clear about this? Are you clear about this? I think that you will be clear, and if you are having any problem, you may just WhatsApp or send your WhatsApp. I will clear the concept if any problem is there. But study just after the chapter is over. You must go through it very carefully or fully attentively, so that you may just understand the concept of basic concept of grammar as such. So now, the subject of a sentence usually comes first. The subject of a sentence you are watching, take any sentence, any example, you will find that the subject will occur first. It will come first. For example, I talk to him, he runs on the road, he leaves for London by the morning flight, they are going to take a dip in the river Ganges. These are the sentences. And in these sentences, for example, I just write, he leaves for London by the morning flight. By the morning flight. Here you are watching that we are naming he. He is a part which is being named, and it will be the subject. And I have also told you to find out the technique of subject. Just question by using who with the main verb, right? So what is the main verb in this sentence? And if you make the use of what, right? If you question by using what with the subject, you will find the main verb. He runs, what does he do? Here the question is what? He runs or he leaves for London. So what does he do? You are using what? So your answer will be he leaves for London, right? So here you see that he is the subject and leaves is the main verb, and the predicate will be the remaining thing. That is, if we separate he from the rest of the part of the sentence, then the rest of the part of the sentence will be the predicate. It will be the predicate. I think you are clear about the subject and the predicate. Hello? Are you clear? Is anyone on the line and attending my class? If so, he may just speak out something, whether he or she is following the points being expressed here or not. Okay. So sometimes it also, or occasionally the subject occurs in the long run, or it comes at the end of the sentence. For example, it is just an example or a quotation from Shakespeare's drama As You Like It. Sweet are the uses of adversity. Sweet are the uses of adversity. Sweet are the uses of adversity. Here, what is the subject? This sentence can be rearranged like this. The uses of adversity. The uses of adversity are sweet. Here comes the bus. Here comes the bus. Second example. Example number 2, example number 1. Here comes the bus. Now the sentence should be bus comes here. Bus comes here. So bus is the subject, comes here is the predicate. But the sentence has been formed otherwise. Here comes the bus. So the predicate part of the sentence is coming first, and the subject is coming in the long run, or it is coming at the end of the sentence. I think that now you might have cleared the concept of the subject and the predicate in your mind. and it is very simple. So once again, I would like to revise from very beginning. Yesterday we told you that when we speak or write something, we we use a group of words, and such a group of words that may make some meaning or meaningful group of words. So that is called a sentence. Means I told you its definition, that a combination of words that makes a complete sense is called a sentence. For example, I say this is a house. This is a house. So how this is a house. There are four words, and the combination of these four words or a group of these four words is just giving clear picture of a sentence. Meaning is complete. This is a house. ये एक घर है ना? So if the meaning is complete, it is giving full sense. It means it is a sentence. It can be declared as a sentence. And if we say this is a house, मालूम कह दे a house only, so it is also a group of words, but it is not giving complete sense. If it is not giving complete sense, then such sentences will be phrase. They will be called phrase, which will be taken up for our study later, है ना? तो हाँ, तो now this is a sentence. If we say my name is, it is also a group of words, but my name is not complete, है ना? And there is also not main verb. So the sentences in which there is no main verb, there is not main verb, they are completed by using auxiliary verb like is, or, am, was, were, has, have, है ना? Such auxiliary verbs are used to complete the sentence. Means the sentences are the type which are without principal verb, which are without meaning. So here main motto of ours is just to study the subject and the predicate. So I think that the concept of the subject and the predicate would be clear in your mind, and you just can manage it at your own by doing its serious study at home. The main idea I tell you, that if the student comes from a school and he just don't take care of his food, tea and other facilities or snacks, this and that, he just sits and studies, right? He does well. He does good in study field, and he becomes at home in the subject he studies after coming from school. I have seen it. So therefore, you will have to be very much cautious about such studies. And this chapter, I think, of the subject and the predicate is also over. And tomorrow we will just do the exercises based on these two chapters. That is the first chapter, the sentence, and the second chapter, subject and predicate. The questions based on these two chapters will be done tomorrow, or we will do them tomorrow. So please keep on attending my classes as far as possible. है ना? Yesterday I think that my voice was very feeble, and you must be feeling somewhat difficult to understand the same, because voice was feeble as such. And today I am trying to speak up. Means I would just want to try to speak at the top of my voice so that it may be audible to you all. And if it is so, it will be benefitable for you. And we will just go ahead step by step. Anything doing systematically, scientifically, and going forward step by step will be very much useful for all of us. So writing work should be done on your part, instead of it is to be done on my part. And ultimately, I will get done the exercise that follow tomorrow. But don't forget to like, share and subscribe this channel. It is in your interest, so that I think that the grammatical things may be available for you anytime, whenever you are just online. So please, I just appeal to you all to like, share and subscribe it once again. Thank you.